What's up, everybody? It's me, Paul, main guy of JP Media. I'm not looking at the camera when I should. I am here joined today by Trace, an old friend of mine. He and I used to run a channel, technically still do run a channel called Fuck You Productions. He's also known as a Skull King, racing or what?
Yeah, racing.
Racing. So, yeah. Today we are here and we are watching the Star Wars The Rise of Skywalker Final trailer. So,
I haven't even seen the first trailer, but,
Yeah, so we're going to watch this and then we're going to give out our opinions and yeah. So let's watch. He can see my screen too. Let me just show you that he can see my screen. Yeah, we're on Discord, so he can see my screen. I'm sharing my screen, so we're all good. He can see too. Anyways, 3, 2, and 1. I already like it.
I don't hear any audio from your end.
Oh, you don't?
No.
Oh shit. Here, why don't you?
That's something in your settings.
It shouldn't be. You should be able to hear it.
Yeah, but I don't.
Alright, why don't you pull it up on YouTube as well? Here, I'll send you the link. So you can watch it at the same time. With the audio.
Alright, let me click it.
Alright. I'll tell you when to start. Alright, tell me when you're ready.
I'm ready.
3, 2, 1.
It's an instinct. A feeling. The Force brought us together. We're not alone. Good people will fight if we lead them.
Ooh.
People keep telling me they know me. No one does.
But I do.
What the fuck?
Long have I waited. And now you're coming together. Is your undoing.
What are you doing there, 3PO?
Taking one last look, sir. At my friends.
Confronting fear. It's the destiny of a Jedi. Your destiny.
Wow, all those Star Destroyers.
The Force will be with you.
Always.
Wow. I'm pumped. Oh, there's still some more. Oh, that's just the end.
I got
I'm pumped now.
mine.
I'm pumped now. What would
I
you
still
think?
can't get over episode 8.
You still can't?
That
Alright.
that that was just bad writing, in my opinion.
Yeah, a lot of people say that, and I have to agree. But what do you think? What do you think of this trailer? What do you think the big plot of episode 9 will be?
I couldn't really tell any big plots, but I know one thing I saw. Was that a Star Destroyer sailing through the ocean?
Yes, that was a Star Destroyer. That was an old Imperial Star Destroyer. Yeah, I know you haven't, but the one of the first trailers for episode 9 basically gave out a big teaser that the Emperor's back.
Yeah, and I heard him in this trailer.
Yeah,
Episode 9 is looking promising.
it is. I mean, it's bringing back like the Death Star. That has been no one has ever known what actually happened to the debris of the Death Star. You know, it's just on like a water planet, which is awesome because
Yeah, nobody knows what happened to either of them, really.
yeah. I mean, all that we know is that the Emperor fucking fell. I should bleep myself. I'm trying not to curse as much anymore, at least on this channel. But like still like nobody's really know what happened to them. I mean, unless you go through the comics, it's like I'm pretty sure somewhere in the comics it said like that Palpatine lived, somehow probably got caught on a piece of the Death Star while falling with his drapes, and survived somehow. But then again, how did he survive for so long? I mean, he's a Sith. He has powers that can, keep people alive and stuff. That would include himself.
I mean, he survived his own Force lightning,
Yeah, he survived his own Force lightning, and
and that's been known to disintegrate people, literally. Like,
yeah,
in Star
he wasn't that old during the the 3 original movies. He wasn't that old. He was roughly in his, if you want to get technical, he was roughly
probably
in
about
his
70s.
yeah, probably around 70s or 60s, while Anakin or Vader was around 50s to 40s.
I'd say 40s.
Late 40s, early 50s.
Because you gotta remember, the original trilogy takes place 20 years after the prequels, roughly.
Yeah, so roughly,
He'd be in his 40s.
yeah, late. Okay, yeah. So he would be in his
Mid 40s.
Mid 40s, and Palpatine would be roughly in his 60s or 70s.
I'm willing to put 70s.
All right, so and from the original trilogy, from this last trilogy, he would have to be what? The time span would be what for like
About another 20 years.
About another 20. It seems like 50 years. And
Yeah, one thing in Star Wars I've noticed is aging is inconsistent. Like how far Obi-Wan was aged, how far Luke was aged.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. When they made the original trilogy, I mean, the people back then, they were young. They were like, I think about in their early 20s.
Yeah, and it's been 40 years, so they'd be in their 60s.
Yeah. So Jesus. And then the next trilogy, it differed around. So they're around between their 30s or 40s and their 20s. Well, and the younger, and my bad, and their teens. My bad. They're tweens
At
and
this
younger.
point, we're just discussing age rather than discussing the trailer.
Well, yeah, but like it involves the trailer because the
Well, yeah.
inconsistency and all that. But did you notice Finn's jacket? Like his new
No,
look.
I didn't notice it.
Okay, so in the trailer, he looks more like Han. Like he's getting more of a Han Solo look. So like here, since you can still see my screen, like if you look here, he looks more like Han, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Like his outfit is like more of a Han look.
Instead of black and white, it's light brown and brown.
And blue, which is his pants right here.
Well, yeah, but I don't really count that as part as what I was talking about.
And then the fact that they brought back a very favorited rebellion ship, which is the Corellian ship. The Corellian blockade runner.
I mean,
Which
it's the rebellion, technically.
Yeah,
in terms of their ships.
Yeah, I mean, like, you look at this, you're like, oh my god, they brought back a rebellion cruiser, a blockade runner. Then you go further into the trailer to where it's the entire rebellion fleet. You see not only the Millennium Falcon with the retro disc dish, but you also see the Ghost, with the Ghost crew. You see classic rebellion ships. You see a B wings, X wings, A wings, and somewhere you can see a U wing. And hammerheads as well.
Wait a minute, are those the old CIS destroyers?
Yes. Yes, they are.
Yeah, because that's in lore, but it was never shown in movies that the rebellion had some of those.
Yeah, I just noticed that. Yeah, that there are some old separatist ships there too. Wow. How much?
Okay,
how
it's
much?
actually looking promising now.
How much do you want to bet there are gonna be some Venators as well and some Acclimators?
Oh yeah, I hope they're some of my favorite ships.
Oh yeah.
I'm trying not to cuss because this is your channel.
Yeah, and then let's see. There's a scene here with the Star Destroyers. Let's see. What I want to discuss right now is what is this? What is this?
An iceberg?
What is it in space?
Well, isn't this on the surface of a planet?
No, this is in space.
Oh,
Right here is in
nebula?
space. Huh?
A nebula, but it doesn't. No, this is in between scene transitions.
Yeah, it is. But like, what is this?
Hang on,
Is this
play
like
the view forward just a tiny bit.
Did you? Yeah, it seems like a transition, but like,
No,
Is-
it's in space.
yeah, it's in
I
space.
have no idea what that is.
It
'Cause I
my
saw
guess
stars around it.
my guess because the next scene, if you look at it, the next scene is this throne, which is Palpatine's throne, I'm guessing, or his old master's throne. You know,
It
And
looks
then-
like his stone from the Death Star just beat up and ragged.
and made out of stone. But then after this,
shit.
and then this scene, you got a Star Destroyer
Sailing through the ocean.
coming out, not an ocean, that's ice, which makes me think it must
I
be
really
coming out of
can't see
this.
the ice.
It must be
Alright.
coming out of this. Like somewhere out of here, it must be coming out of it.
Yeah, why else would a fighter squadron be flying towards it unless there's ships there?
Yeah, I mean, you can see, look, it's more ice, it's more hard. See, it's coming out of the ground.
I mean, it's hard to tell on my screen, but
Yeah. And then here, you get a better look at Finn's outfit. It looks more like Han Solo. Like, he's going to be the next Han Solo. But, the series is dead afterwards. And then what I want to talk about is what the hell is this? It must be like that's like from episode 8. It had that like a salt miner speeder thing. That must be this, but for water.
it looks like a weird stripped down X-wing, but
It does.
modified.
It does. But it looks like it's made for water.
No, it looks like a water speeder.
Yeah. Like, look at that. Yeah, so
Because it has an open cockpit like a speeder.
yeah. And then the scene before that, we barely see it for a little bit, but it's that. Like, you saw that, right?
A flashback to Death Star explosion?
Maybe, but it looks, more recent because you got a Death Star not the Death Star, a Star Destroyer right here. And
Yeah, but they could also just throw that in to kind of like confuse people a little bit.
yeah. And then, like, continuing to look at this, you're like, oh my god, a water speeder. That's cool. And what's being worked on there with
Oh yeah, and about
C-3PO?
C-3PO, he said I'm looking at my friends for the last time. Does that mean they're killing him off?
That's what it seems like. He's been on for over 40 years now. Well, oh,
No, he's been on since episode 1.
yeah, he's been on since
So
episode
about
1.
60 years.
Okay, about
Maybe 70.
60 to 70 years. I mean, R2's been on since around that time frame.
Actually, R2's probably been on since before.
Well, yeah.
No,
Because he was
he was
R2 is manufactured way before episode 1. So he's been activated before. But but then again, R2 was offline for an amount of time to save power. So that makes sense why he's still on. But C-3PO, he is a homemade droid by Anakin. Young little Annie. So I guess it's time for him to go off? I'm not quite sure. And then what's that little droid right there, right next to BB-8? Is that a speaker droid?
It looks like a hair dryer with a wheel.
I know. It kind of does look like it. And then you got Rey here with her, I'm guessing her new Jedi cloak. That's kind of cool. But then, then who's this?
I still can't go over episode 8.
Who's this?
That looks like an EVA helmet.
It does. But, like, there's only one character from the Star Wars series in general that I know that had that same helmet. They were in Star Wars Rebels, and I can't remember her name, but because it's obviously a female. I mean, you could just see right here.
Oh,
and down there.
I mean,
but like her name, she was friends with Sabine Wren. So, like, that just confuses me. Like, who is she? I think it's that character. I'm not sure. But like, you just continue looking on, like everyone's worried. That's obviously, a good thing. And then, were they here? Those aren't Imperial stormtroopers. Those are First Order stormtroopers. So they have to be.
and not to mention, that's not a Star Destroyer interior.
It isn't. At least not a normal one. I mean,
It looks like the Death Star interior.
it kind of does, and I do like the fact that they were able to, before she died, that Carrie Fisher was able to do her last scenes on Star Wars ever. I do like the fact that they added that, and she needed to.
I mean,
finish.
without her, it wouldn't even be able to be a movie because it wouldn't make any sense.
It wouldn't. But I really do like the fact that they did all of her scenes before she passed away, which was a great idea. But and then that kind of looked like Tatooine, didn't that?
And scroll back.
Look at that.
Yeah, it's got the moisture. I forgot what it's called, but
Moisture farms.
Yeah.
The harvesters, moisture harvesters. And then you got fighters chasing them as well. And, like, look at that. I do also like the fact they brought back the man, the myth, the legend, Lando Calrissian.
Wait, that's Lando?
That is Lando Calrissian. You can tell by the cape.
Ah,
Yeah. After
they
first-
brought back the old school like headsets on the ear and shit.
Yeah, I do love the fact that, you know, it was, I believe it was after episode 8 that they filmed the Han film, the Han Solo film. I think it was.
I haven't seen it, but roughly, yeah.
Okay, so I do like the fact that they explained how Han Solo got the Falcon and how Lando lost the Falcon, and they explained their friendship. But now I love the fact that even though that Han's dead, you know, Lando is back with the ship that he's had for so long, and like, you know, it shows the circle of friendship basically. Like it started with Lando, who went to Han, then back to Lando in one of the movies for a while Han Solo was in Carbonite, and then
That was in episode 6.
yeah, and then back in then it went back to Han for years, lost it in a bet, and it just went from owner to owner to owner back to Han. Han died in episode 7, and then back to
Which was just the way they wrote Han and Luke to die is just I can't get over that.
yeah. I mean, for many, many years, Harrison Ford has been wanting Han dead for the longest time. Like, I'm pretty sure in an interview that he even said he wanted Han to die in the first movie, flat out. But then, like, it never happened until episode 7 when Disney took control of the Star Wars series. I mean, they've been in control for a lot longer than that, but, like, when they started making Star Wars movies.
Yeah. But the way they wrote Luke to die is absolutely just.
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense if you think about it.
They ruined his character.
It ruined his character.
He would never act like that.
True, but if you think about how he died, it makes sense.
How he died makes sense, but how his character acted is kind of like a
would never be.
I'm almost
Luke.
cussed again. Yeah,
would never be Luke. But then, I love the fact that they brought back a Y-wing, and you get more of a clear view of a Star Destroyer. But you also
but what's coming out of the shit? Oh, that's a big old gun.
Yeah. See, it must be a brand new design for the Imperial Star Destroyers. Which I like. I like the new design kind of. It's a big old cannon and it's awesome. Here's another look. See, they must be a place with oxygen cuz they have horses. How the hell they have and they don't have respirators, yeah. But they have horses running across a Star Destroyer. I mean, look at that. And then look at this.
Hang on.
That is the very same room. That is the very same room that Luke, Darth Vader, and Palpatine were all in. You can even see the chair right there.
Look at that. Yeah. And
then you got a more clear picture of what Finn's stuff looks like.
Now what he's wearing right there definitely looks like a Han Solo.
Yeah, see? You got the blue pants, you got the boots, and you got the jacket with the dark shirt. See? Yeah. And then you got the holster and all that. And then look at this. What the hell are they destroying?
Looks like some kind of droid.
It looks like a statue. Because it got destroyed more like a statue. It looks like...
it's probably a statue.
Here, hang on. Let me put it to playback speed. Here we go. Here. Okay.
Yeah, it's definitely a statue.
Because if you look at it very quickly, it kind of looks like Palpatine, a statue of Palpatine. But they're both destroying it.
But the head.
The
No,
head.
no, no. That's
It's
definitely
Vader.
Palpatine.
No, 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 no. Look.
Wait,
Look at it more. Hang on. Let me
it
back.
is.
Look
It
at it.
is. I see it.
See, Vader. It's a statue of Darth Vader, the man, the myth, the legend. Look at that. Yeah, you can even get a clear view at it right there. Just the entire helmet right there. Then this doesn't really matter, but then you get more of a battle. Wow. Look at that. Millions upon millions of Star Destroyers.
I wouldn't say millions. I'd say thousands.
Okay, around 100 million. No, I'm joking. At least 100,000, at least.
I'd say 10.
10,000, really? And look at that.
Yeah.
You got Imperial interceptors right there. You can make it out with the
Triangle wing.
with the triangle rings. I'm pretty sure there's some bombers, and you can see normal TIE fighters. But like, look, you even get a classic. Oops. Look, you get a view of a B-wing, and you get a classic X-wing. Let me back it up a little bit more. See, you get an X-wing right here. It's an obvious X-wing. And then B-wing. And then you get all these drop ships right there. And then you got this guy right here, who just ruined that entire shot. And look at that. Who's this guy? That must be Palpatine. You can obviously tell it's a person.
I did notice that first time through, but yeah, it's definitely Palpatine.
Like, here, you back up a little bit.
Remember the news leaks that are like, oh, Palpatine won't be returning? Well, who's that?
Who's this then? Snoke back to life? You can even tell that this is his head.
Yeah.
Like,
and Palpatine's the only one that ever wore that cloak.
Exactly. A pure black cloak, no matter what time of day it was.
Too bad we can't see his hands.
Yeah. And then, just pure black for a little bit. And then you got her. That in itself is just a good shot. Like right there. It shows you the light and the dark. But in the original, in the trailer, it in one of the trailers it did show an evil Rey of sorts. Like she had a double-bladed lightsaber that was red.
Oh, that's classic. Mark Hamill talks about his disappointment.
We're just gonna go back to this. But yeah, yeah. So any other thoughts? Here, I can even come back.
No, I basically covered everything. I mean,
how do you think the first scene was, like how it started, like with Rey? That kind of looks like Endor.
Wait a minute, is that a? Yeah, I was about to say it.
Like,
I almost said Ecuador.
Yeah, and then isn't that like a training helmet? Like a Jedi training helmet? And then this shot right here is just pretty dope.
That's definitely Endor.
Yeah. And then is this an old... This seems like... If you look at it closely, it looks like an old Venator just destroyed on a planet.
But you know the pylon room in the Death Star?
Yeah.
You see that platform?
Yeah, right here.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
Because of a Star Destroyer would not have a platform like that.
No, you're
At least
right.
I don't think.
Hey, look. I need 4 lenses.
Yeah, what's the purpose of 4 lenses?
I mean, there are some species that have 4 eyes, so that makes sense. And then this scene is just a beautiful shot with a random girl just running across the field.
Isn't that I'm not sure what planet that was.
Yavin? Yavin 4.
Yeah, it looks like it.
Yeah.
So
And
they
then-
just revisiting all the classic locations to wrap it up.
Yeah. I mean, it would make sense. And then look, you got the classic, I mean, obviously, the X-Wing pilot.
Classic fighter uniform.
Yeah, classic fighter uniform. And then you see this beautiful man right here. Lando Calrissian.
I didn't notice him the first time through.
Yeah. See, it's going back the second time that you can see a lot of things.
I think that's about it.
Wait! Is that Chris Pine? Hang on. Look, it looks like Chris Pine.
I don't know who Chris Pine is, but
Star Trek. James
Yeah,
T, the new Star Trek movies. He played Kirk. But anyways. But yeah, like let's see what we can see in here. Look, a horse. Or whatever
yeah,
that.
look
that
at the
creature
where
is.
those people are running to. Like, what is that?
That's a drop ship of sorts.
I mean, I figured that much, but it's not a drop ship I've ever seen before.
Probably a new design. And then you got Poe's ship, and then that's just a beautiful scene right there. Just seeing that ship just take off. Whoa.
Now, what I am going to say, though, is this is the first Star Wars movie since Episode 7 that I'm going into it like, yeah, it's promising. So let's watch this train wreck.
I'm still confused with this. This must be. I'm gonna make a speculation. This either A is a
It has to be a manufactured ice block.
Thank you. And like a
'Cause, I mean-
place where they can make the Star Destroyers. That's what it seems like.
Or they just put a bunch of water in space and let it freeze so they could hide the Star Destroyers.
Yeah, but if you look at it, there's buildings all across the bottom.
But what if
And
this
top.
is just kind of them putting effects in a trailer to kind of make it confusing?
Probably. Well, I like this is a
Because
great
you know,
shot.
they add in
Mm-hmm.
they showed what looked like Palpatine, even though they said, "Oh, he won't be returning."
Yeah,
They're just trying to throw everybody off.
yeah, they really are. But like this looks really promising, and I do like the fact that they brought the old bridge back. Like, look at that, the old Star Destroyer bridge right there.
I
Which
don't
is-
even remember the new design, but
Oof. Look at that. Oh, I like that close up right there. Look at that. Just be
I do
"Hmm."
like that they're adding in the old CIS ships.
Oh yeah. Let's see what other ships
that
that we
was
can
cool.
find. Oh yeah. Here, let's see. I'm seeing. Yeah. Ooh, look. Here's an old Republic medical carrier right here. An old Republic medical ship right here.
I'm looking more towards the bottom, see if I can see anything.
I can see some down here. I'm kind of just
I
look.
got the-
I think this is an acclimator way over here
Oh, it definitely is.
because it has that like look.
That ship profile is definitely an acclimator.
Oh,
I
yeah.
wonder if they're gonna bring
Look, here's
back
another.
the,
Here's another U-wing right here.
what is it called? Because the acclimator's a frigate, but what was the Republic Star Destroyer called? I can't
Venator.
remember.
A Venator Star Destroyer.
Yeah. You said earlier you'd think I'd catch back on. but
Yeah. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I do like this shot, and I do like the fact that they're bringing back the disc ring.
Wait a minute, the disc wasn't in the other movies?
No, it was replaced with a more rectangular radar dish. So they brought back the classic radar dish.
Wow, that shows you how much I pay attention to the train wrecks.
Anyways, that is it, guys. If you have anything else to say, Trace, or no?
That's it. Other than this is the first movie I'm going into that I'm actually might enjoy.
Yeah.
I mean, I know I said that earlier, but
Yeah. So that's basically it, guys. I hope you guys go see this movie. Remember, it comes out December 20th, 2019. Tickets are available now. I will even put a link in the description down below so you guys can go check it out. Make sure to comment, like, and subscribe for more content like this in the future. And please go to my friend's channel and subscribe, like, and
yeah,
share
if
his
you like
content.
racing, you can check out my channel.
Yes, hopefully he'll bring back. He'll do some other shit than besides racing, but still, I'm not keeping my hopes up. Anyways, that is it, guys. Once again,
That's something I like to make.
yeah, and I do not want to stress this enough. Please go donate to me, guys. It will help me a lot. And if you especially want merch for, why am I looking over here when the camera's over here? If you guys want merch, go donate. It's $12.99 a month to keep the merch shop up, and it's not currently up. If you want merch, please go donate. If you donate, buy merch. It will help a lot to even keep the store up. So, yeah. There's hats, there's shirts, there's a lot of stuff that I'm still going to be adding. But anyways, thank you guys once again. Thank you guys for watching. This has been a reaction video, and we'll see you guys later. Bye.